Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to League Racing TV here for round number 5 of the British and Irish Esports Championship. I am Ivory Mike's. Apologies for the delay in the start. Unfortunately, I was downstairs making a quick cuppa as I usually do before I jump into commentary, so I have a drink with me. And while I was down there, I had to clean up after my pet, so I was delayed in getting the stream up and running. So obviously we joined the action here on lap number 3. Of course, it was only one shot qualifying. That is unfortunately what we missed, as well as the opening laps as I was getting everything sorted up. But it seems like Forza Brendan able to get clear. Only 10 drivers here tonight. Bit of a poor turnout, if you don't mind me saying, but 10 drivers here tonight. Big opportunity for a lot of these guys to get points. As long as you see the checkered flag, you're guaranteed a point. So for everyone here, as long as you get to the finish line, you're getting points. But let's have a look and see who qualified where, but with the position changes. So Forza Brendan actually did qualify on top, and he, as we're looking at G-Mac and Colin going side by side there through turn 4. Colin getting back up into P4. Forza Brendan took a pole position, and it looked like Colin was alongside on the front row. Dylan in third, with, I believe, it would have been RJW in fourth, and then G-Mac in fifth. Seventh would have been, as Colin sets a new fast lap, so he is flying. Difficult for me to go through all these, so I do apologise. I did actually take a screenshot of the qualifying results, as looks like Andy Campbell has gone for a spin on the exit of turn 1, so he's going to drop down the order. I am Silas also back there as well, as Forza Brendan 3-second lead ahead of everyone else, as we got Tom and Dylan going side by side now in towards turn 4. Tom getting the move done down the inside and up into second place he goes. Colin trying to get himself back into this as well. He is right on the back of these two, obviously on the medium compound tyres. You expect Colin and Tom to make their way through. I'm not sure what happened to Colin off the start, as he is trying to regain positions that he lost early in the race. But as it currently stands, Forza Brendan clear and ahead of the pack. Will Dylan have a chance to come back at him? I don't think he's close enough to make this slipstream work for him. And Colin is a bit too far back, as well as everyone else line astern as it currently is. Of course, around here we're used to seeing very close racing and a lot of trains, so I won't be surprised if we have a fair few laps of the order staying like this, in terms of just being in a train with each other. But Colin and Tam look to be the two most likely to try and make a move there, as Tam actually goes off track, so not what he wants it. Colin is all over the back of Dylan. Potentially an opportunity up the hill towards turn 3, as he is on the back. Suffering from me having the YouTube open, so I'm going to shut off YouTube so we can go back to the action, as we got Colin down the inside of Dylan, squeeze out for good measure, and Colin is back up into third place now. He's going to set his sights on Tom now, as Tam and RJW there also trading position, so Tam now up into P6, RJW down to P7. Hooky at the moment dropped off the back of the lead pack, but he's running in a calm P8 right now. 7 seconds clear of inside us as we get the connection for internet connection, which is not what we like to see, as Andy Campbell has gone around in sector 3. As RJW gets back past Tamil, so RJW back up into P6. Now for Tom and Colin, it's about getting away from these hard runners while they still have the tyre advantage. The longer this goes, the better it's going to be for Dylan and G-Mac and RJW. And Tam. So right now Colin is looking quick and looking to possibly make a charge on Tom momentarily, so we shall stay on board with Colin as he attempts to line up an overtake on Tom, possibly on the run up in towards turn 3. And that's Colin around, loses the rear end through turn 3, and he drops all the way back into P7. As his fellow countryman Hooky able to breeze past and up into P7. There appears to be broadcasting issues going on. A lot of lag. How is the stream looking? That's the question. Or is that was G-Mac there getting a little bit out of shape now? RJW can launch an attack here. Now going for an attack as we got Colin getting through on the Hooky. Up into P7 again goes Colin, and after that mistake Colin won't be too pleased with himself, but he's got a long race to go, a lot of work to do. RJW now on the back of G-Mac. G-Mac pulling away in a straight line, but he doesn't have much ERS now, so this could be easy pickings for RJW. Don't think RJ is going to go for it as these guys all Constantine are up. That's going to allow Tam to get a good exit out of 3, get the line and draw past RJW here, and up into P5 goes the Red Bull, but he runs a little bit deep and goes unpunished there. Now, however, we're in a little bit of an awkward situation because G-Mac has lost out, and that's Colin around. Colin's around once again. Around in sector, start of sector 3. Well, what I was saying was G-Mac has lost out the DRS now to the cars up ahead, and these guys are going to fall away from the top 2, well, top 3 now. Obviously, Forza Brendan absolutely gone as Sam gets through on GMAC. GMAC got contact, and GMAC there punts his teammate off track, and that is going to allow JW to try and force his way through on Sam. RJW down the inside, bit more contact. Oh, and they dragged each other off. RJW will not be happy with that. Hooky is going to fly through and up into 6th place he goes. Colin now, after his adventures, 2 going to post for me. Does this mean that I am the one who has left? I don't know. Migrating host issues. Need to pull up Discord a sec. Not sure what is going on. I think we are still in the lobby. I don't know. We are facing lag issues. It says migrating hosts all the time at the bottom. Let's try and make sure. Let's view these lap times. Okay, that seems very consistent there from. Dylan up in the second now. Dylan's lap times, yep, very consistent. Oh, who's outspun? That was Tam. Tam spins as we were looking through to see if anyone has disconnected from the lobby. I mean, it's only 10 drivers, but we're getting a migrating host at the bottom here. Don't know what's going on as Tom and Dylan in that battle for second place is ongoing. Rosa Brendan in a little bit of a world of his own right now. Tom not looking to go down the inside into turn 3. Saw what happened to Colin earlier when Colin was on the inside. The camber of the corner can catch you out. As now he's down the inside. Turn 4. Bit of contact there between the pair. Dylan able to hold out. Colin came into the pits putting a fresh set of hard compound tyres, and I'm Silas also on a set of hards now. Hooky in a bit of a no man's land. Apologies guys, there's not much action going on track at the moment, and we get the irritating migrating host message, and lap 16 of 36. The gaps have formed and could be in for a long race. Unless Tom can have a go here. Down the inside, no, doesn't want to go for it. Tries to look for a better exit out of 3. Maybe have a go into turn 4. Oh, Dylan! Dylan has gone for a half spin and he drops down. Now 2 seconds behind Tom. As Tom now comes into the pits, I wonder where he'll come out to. Possibly ahead of RJW or just behind, I'm not quite sure. RJW through the final corner. He's going to cross the start finish line and run down in towards turn 1. Looks like Tom will come out just about ahead of the Alfa Romeo. So a good pit stop there from Tom. Unfortunately, guys, we're in this part of the race where, because there's only 10 drivers and there's been a fair few mistakes in the first 18 laps, there's a lot of gaps already formed here and there's not much action going on. Now, normally I would try and entertain as best as I can, but I don't know what to talk about to entertain this time. Like, the migrating host at the bottom is starting to irritate me. Just waiting for the moment where I end up getting kicked from the lobby. That's all I'm saying. Right, well, Tam looks like he's a man on a mission right now, because it looks like he is trying to close in on GMAC, and it looks like he is closing in on GMAC quite considerably. But likewise, GMAC appears to be marginally closing in on Dylan. So maybe we'll start to see things bunch back up once again. One can only hope. As M. Silas spins around and he's now a full lap down from our race leader, Forza Brendan. Unfortunately, it's a bit of a dull one here tonight, guys. As Dylan comes into the pits looking to opt for a fresh set of tyres. Yellow walled mediums now going on the Alpine. Oh, RJW's off. RJW has gone off massively there, and he's come back on the track, but he's going to be a long way behind now. Dylan now 4.6 seconds behind Tom, but he is on the medium compound tyres. They are fresher. He should have the pace advantage to close up. The question is, will he be able to close up, pass and drop Tom before his tyres drop off? That's the question. GMAC into the pits. Tom has to stick it out. GMAC will rejoin in 5th place. should be comfortably out ahead of Hooky. As Andy Campbell peels off into the pits, that releases Colin to go chasing after his fellow countryman in Hooky. RJW also yet to make a pit stop. And who's that that's gone around us? I'm Silas, who's gone around again. Silas not having the best of days, and he's lost it again. I'm Silas around once more. I am really surprised we haven't seen a virtual safety car. Oh, as he's gone around again through the penultimate corner. Dylan with the new fastest lap of the race, but I am Silas here really struggling through every single corner, and if there is going to be a safety car, it's going to come from this guy. Right, well, Tom with the undercut has managed to close up massively to Forza Brendan. But Forza Brendan, who is now on the medium, shouldn't have too much trouble trying to pull away as long as he can gain the advantage here in this middle sector. Fortunately guys, a battle has happened. We are incredibly lucky. The gaps were quite large and mistakes were plenty, but it looks like we may have a battle on our hands. Forza Brendan is trying to use his ERS to pull away from Tom, but as long as Tom can use this advantage of DRS, stick with Forza Brendan enough that he can't drop him out in this middle sector, then Tom has a chance here. Of course, we got Dylan about 3 seconds back from Tom. You'd think that Dylan's tyres would help him close in on the McLaren, but the power of DRS around this track is massive. And Forza Brendan already breaking that 1 second window, so Tom unable to keep with the Irishman. Now we've got Tam closing in on his teammate G-Max, so that's another battle to keep our eyes on. Forza Brendan with a new fastest lap of the race. And now Tam is within that 1 second of his teammate. But we're being treated to another battle. Dylan is closing in as well on Tom, so that's another battle that's going to brew. And who's that that's gone around? Is it I'm Silas? I'm Silas has gone around once again. How has there not been so much as a virtual safety car yet? I don't know. We're back up to the battle for P4. Tam and G-Mac, they're both Red Bull drivers, about to do battle here. Tam a much better exit out the final corner. He is going to gain down in towards turn 1, not going to go for the move, look for the better exit. Looks like G-Mac had a slightly better exit, but DRS will allow Tam to go straight past his teammate. Oh, and a big snap here from Tam on the exit of turn 3. And is that going to allow G-Mark to send one back down the inside. No, he's going to back out. That I'm Silas once again. It is I'm Silas again. He is not having a good day, the guy in the Alpine. Tom gets a little bit out of shape on the exit of the final corner, so that is going to allow G-Mark to get close enough. With a good exit out of this corner, turn 1. Could give him a nice little run. Oh, that's Silas again. Gone around. Almost a lap down now of everyone. And he is now a lap down from everyone. I am Silas having a nightmare race here, but as long as he sees the checkered flag, he is guaranteed a point. That's the way he's got to look at it. Meanwhile, we're not too far away from Dylan versus Tom for P2. Forza Brendan, he's gone clear, 3 seconds up the road now from the McLaren. Now it's a case of who will top it out of the Red Bulls and who will win between Tom and Dylan. Obviously we got Colin trying to recover his race as best as possible. Currently in P7, closing in on Hooky up ahead in P6. So Hooky may be feeling a bit of pressure soon from his fellow countrymen for that P6, but currently right now it is looking all even between these guys. And of course you've got RJW and Andy Campbell, who are still going around after the mistakes they've had here tonight. Dylan is almost within that 1 second window, and I think when Dylan gets into that 1 second, we'll revert our way up to the battle for P2. Currently, as it stands out, Dylan not doing enough as I'm Silas off track again. I can't lie guys, I am really surprised at that he hasn't triggered a virtual safety car. Because usually on this game, if you spin it and you've got cars coming through, it usually does trigger at least a virtual. But no, this time it's inside. This has gone around once again. Tell you what, Dylan hasn't used his mediums to his best capabilities here. He's just outside that 1 second window, and the longer this goes on, the better it is for Tom. Because Tom can begin to think about pulling away here. Tell you what, it looks like we're going to have another battle brewing soon between the two Welshmen, Hooky and Colin. He's almost within that 1 second now, he's just about in. This is big for Dylan. And now Dylan, within that 1 second window, can use DRS to close up. Question is, will he be able to get the overtake done? Silas again goes off track. We'll move on to this battle for P6 momentarily between the two Welshmen, as Dylan and Tom a little bit stationary at the moment. Hooky goes defensive on the inside. Colin tries to get the better run out of the exit of the corner, and DRS wide open. I don't think he's going to go for it. No, he's not. I'll tell you what, potentially, if I'm GMAC, Hooky, Colin, right now, I'm potentially thinking about maybe that going for that fastest lap, as we got a lovely switchback there from Tom to try and defend from Dylan, who had a little go into turn 3, using everything. He's going to sweep around the outside, brakes way too late though, but tries to use the traction of his tyres. Tom does have the advantage of ERS, but has to back down to the medium compound tyres. So this time around, as Hooky, brilliant traction out of turn 3, but Colin with that DRS able to get clear. Tom closing in rapidly on Dylan, who is running low on battery. He's not going to send it into turn 3. Maybe though into turn 4. ERS and DRS in full effect. The McLaren will go to the outside. As Tom looks at a switchback there, can't get the traction for the switchback, but he's had a little peek down the inside there, unable to get his nose in for the corner though. Lap 34 of 36. Just 3 more racing laps to go. This guy, Forza Brendan, has led from the start and has absolutely controlled this race. Almost a 7-second lead. Meanwhile, this battle for P2 heating up between Tom and Dylan. Who is going to be second out of these two? That is the question. Tam in a bit of a no man's land, 4 seconds back from the battle for a potential podium, but 4 seconds ahead of his teammate. Colin picking up a 3-second time penalty. Is that going to drop him behind Hooky? That could be an interesting scrap, considering the penalties. Will anyone come into the pits for the fastest lap now? That's what I wonder. G-Mac and Tam stay out, and that's Simon Silas, who has gone around yet again. As Hooky picks up a 3-second time penalty, so doesn't look like anyone in the top 7 is opting for that fastest lap point. Andy Campbell and RJW, I don't think, are able to go for it, because if they do, there'll be a lap down from the race leader who's about to start his final lap of the race. Stay on board with this one, as Tom has 2 opportunities and he's using his ERS. He sees the red flashing light. Dylan goes defensive to the inside and he's gonna stick in behind, and oh my god, absolute snap from the pair of them there. I wonder if there was contact between Dylan and Tom in the braking zone, but Dylan too far back now to go for a move on Tom into turn 4, and I think that could be Tom getting P2 in this race. I'll tell you what, Tam has closed in rapidly on these guys, but he picks up another 3-second time penalty, and this man, Forza Brendan, crosses the line to take home a impressive victory, as Tom will cross the line in P2, a well-earned P2. Dylan, commiserations on losing out on P2 at the end, but he comes home in P3, still a good performance. Tam in 4th, G-Mac will cross the line in 5th. Colin, who had some issues at the start of this race, qualified P2 but crosses the line in P6. But will he keep it? Oh, as Hooky there just runs straight into Colin's car. Hooky will come over in P7. Andy Campbell now coming through the final sector, and he's under pressure from RJW. Are we going to see a final corner overtake? RJW down the inside into the final corner, and it's going to be a drag race to the line. That RJW does come out on top one, but Andy Campbell will get P8 on penalties, as Tam gets the in-game driver of the day. But for me, I have to give it to Forza Brendan. I mean, no mistakes whatsoever again from the Irishman. Just an impressive drive as he comes out on to the podium to celebrate his victory. Tom there with a well-earned P2, and Dylan coming home for P3. The Irishman once again picking up a victory here in the British and Irish Esports Championship. and looks to be walking away with this championship. Will anyone be able to stop him? We'll have to find out next week, but we'll run you through the order for the final time. It is Forza Brendan who takes victory here ahead of Tom in second place, Dylan in third, Tam in fourth, GMAC in fifth, Colin in sixth, Hooky in seventh, Andy Campbell in eighth, RJW in ninth, and I'm Silas, the 10th and final runner. Only 10 runners here tonight. Very disappointing in terms of the attendance, but hopefully next week we will be back up and going again. And I believe next week we are going to the Hungaroring for the Hungarian Grand Prix. So next week, guys, we will be going around Hungary. But until then, I've been Mike. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to League Racing TV for all racing here on this channel. But until next week, guys, goodbye.